Good morning reception and welcome to Tuesday's home learning. Now we have a special treat for you this morning because Mrs. Rushton has read a story and she would very much like to share it with you. So I hope you're sitting comfortably this morning to start off with a story. Now while you're listening to it, have a look at the illustrations, which is another word for the pictures. And what do you notice? What do you notice about what the people are wearing? Are they the sorts of clothes that me and you would wear? Or perhaps something a little bit different? And have a listen out for some of the names in the story. Have you heard of those names before? And maybe you'll realise what it's linked to. I'll give you a clue. It's to do with our topic this week. I hope you enjoy and look out for the rest of your learning videos after the story. See you soon.
Hello everybody, I hope you're alright and you're enjoying our topic of Chinese New Year. I thought I'd read you a story about a little girl in China and her magic paintbrush. There's lots of different versions of this story, and the version I've picked is by somebody you might have heard of before. It's an author called Julia Donaldson. Shall we see how she tells the story? The Magic Paintbrush, written by Julia Donaldson. Go and catch some shrimp, Shen. Go and catch some fish. Go and gather oysters to fill the empty dish. Shen sits on the seashore, a stick in her hand. She sits there drawing pictures in the sand. She draws a flower, a flying fish. She draws a boat at sea. A hen, a hare, a dancing dog, a weeping willow tree. The waves roll in and wash away the pictures in the sand. But on a rock there sits a man, a brush in his hand. He looks around, he calls to Shen, "Come here!" He whispers, "Hush! We don't want all the world to know about this magic brush." He slips the brush into her hand and tells her to be sure never to paint for wealthy folk, but only for the poor. Did you catch some shrimp, Shen? Did you catch some fish? Did you gather oysters to fill our empty dish? No shrimps, no fish, no oysters. Shen laughs and runs inside. She paints a pot, then stands and waits until the paint has dried. The paint dries on the paper, the painting of the pot. It is not a painting any more, but real and steaming hot. The pot is full of shrimp, Shen. The pot is full of fish. The pot is full of oysters to fill the empty dish. The village people hear the news and to the house they crush. The young, the old all want to see Shen and her magic brush. She paints a melon for a boy, a ladder for a man, a basket for a woman, and for a girl a fan. And soon the news spreads far and wide, and people stand in queues for blankets, boats and buffaloes, for hats and coats and shoes. The news spreads over fields of rice and over desert sands, until at last inside Shen's house a powerful emperor stands. "I order you to paint a tree and make it very big. Instead of leaves, paint golden coins, 100 on each twig." Shen shakes her head. "Your Majesty, I promise to be sure never to paint for wealthy folk, but only for the poor." The emperor scowls and stamps his foot. He bellows to his men, "Seize the magic paintbrush and seize the girl called Shen." Now Shen sits in a prison upon a cold stone floor. She waits there till the emperor opens the prison door. He holds the magic paintbrush. He orders, "Paint that tree. Paint me a tree of golden coins, and then you shall go free." Shen takes the brush and bowing low says, "Gracious Majesty, come back here in the morning and you shall have your tree." That night the emperor lies in bed and dreams about his tree, while Shen is busy painting a horse and then a key. The key turns in the prison door and Shen stands free outside. She climbs on the horse's back and swiftly starts to ride. "Where are my coins?" the emperor shouts. "Where is my golden tree? Where is the magic brush?" he cries. Who let the girl go free? He climbs on his fastest horse and rides with all his men. Over the fields and desert sands they gallop after Shen. It's Shen, she's back again, the neighbours gather round. But Shen is painting silently while distant hoofbeats sound. She paints a mighty river, a river deep and wide. The emperor and all his men stop on the other side. The emperor scowls and stamps his foot, he shakes his fist at Shen. I'll swim across your river, and so will all my men. But Shen is busy painting a beast with scales and claws, and scarlet wings are open, and flames curl from its jaws. My dragon needs a tail, says Shen, and then it will be real. Yes, then it will be roaring and ready for a meal. Now shall I paint that tail, she asks, or would you rather go? She dips her brush into the pot, and the emperor cries out, no! He turns his horse and rides away. Away ride all his men. Shen takes a magic paintbrush and starts to paint again. She paints a mound of golden rice and cakes like little moons, and drums and flutes till all the streets ring out with merry tunes. The sun goes down, the moon comes out, and shines as bright as day, while Shen and all the villagers dance the night away. I hope you enjoyed that story. Wonder, what would you paint with a magic paintbrush? See you later.